what's the connection between the Crusades, the Romans, and modern accountancy? This one's a little bit dubious. So that's the Romans, the Crusades, and modern accountancy. What's the connection between those three? But the Crusades brought back to Western Europe a couple of interesting things.
The Arabian system of numbers.
Exactly. And specifically the number 0.
Oh no.
And that bringing the Arabian numbering system into Europe at the time that it happened to come, which was around about sort of 13th, 14th century, and it actually changed the way that people were able to think. Literally changed the way that people were able to think. And 15th century Italian accountants came up with an idea called double entry bookkeeping, which, has anyone heard the term double entry bookkeeping?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it is still how we account for our economic activity today. And the whole idea of double entry bookkeeping is that you take something away from somewhere, you put it back somewhere else. You keep the system in balance. Yeah. And so and if you want to know how wealthy you are, or how strong you are, you look at the balance sheet of your business. So balance is a really important concept in double entry bookkeeping. However, if you can imagine what life might have been like for a 15th century Italian accountant compared to now, it might have seemed a little bit different. Yeah? For one thing, your social structure was very much driven by the Catholic Church and Rome still. There weren't anything like as many people round about you. And when you looked out the window, you didn't see big red buses or little silver cars whizzing by. You didn't have electric lights. You didn't have nice flat panel screens. Because we had not discovered fossil fuels. So fossil fuels came after double entry bookkeeping was invented. When the rules, if you like, the rules of how we account for our economic activity were set up. So when they set up these rules, so well, okay, our activity is you use capital and you use labour and you use some land to make things, and that's your costs. The fact that there might be a cost involved in using the services of the planet just weren't there at all. And that is really the kind of, if you like, the single thing that has brought us to where we are now. That for the last 250 years we've developed our industrialization. It's actually been very successful because it's really quite fun. You can do all sorts of cool things with industrializations. You can get places much faster than you used to be able to get to them. We can live much longer than we ever used to live. We can grow more food than we ever managed to grow. It's actually been pretty cool. But that one thing missing is the true cost.
Which is 33 trillion.
Which is
what we think nature contributes.
Yeah. And that in truth is the one thing that we've got to address over and above everything else. So there are lots of things that we can be doing in our everyday choices, but if we don't fix the rules of the game, then we're always going to be struggling. Because this is an issue which is not going to be solved by the voluntary deprivation of the people in this room, or even the people in this building, or even the people in London, or even the people in the UK. It is something which is fundamental to the way in which we have organised our society worldwide. And the only thing that touches people to the same extent as the climate are these coloured bits of paper. Because virtually everywhere you go, they've got their own version. And everywhere you go, they're working under the same rules that says the planet and its services are free. And it's simply not true. So, my